All right, dude. I'm gonna tell you a story. I don't even know
Let's
if I
just,
want to
you
share
know
it on
what?
the
Let's just
pod.
make the
I
pod
don't want.
fucking. Let's just make the pod airing out people's business. Let's just do that. Full name, everything. All right, everybody. Here we are back again with another episode of the All in All podcast. I believe this is 36, actually. Which is kind of incredible. And yeah, it's me, your boy Nor, and over on my side is our good friend Thomas. And here we go. What's on
Back
the
again,
agenda
baby.
today?
Back again.
How was your outing or your? You went on a little cruise. Okay, we're gonna act like I'm
No.
crazy.
Oh yeah. That was good. That was good. We did it. We did trainings. Yeah. It was good. It was good. Yeah. You said cruise, and I was like, wait, what are you talking about? But then, okay, I understand what you were saying. Okay, yeah, that was on me. I was stupid. But yeah, it was good. It was good. You feel like the sea moved the ship a little bit, you know,
Yeah.
and that's pretty.
How
It's
long were you out
pretty.
for? 4 days.
Yeah, 3 days, 4 days. I think we came back early.
When you
Came
got
back
off the
early.
ship, did it kind of feel like you were still on the water a little bit?
Not for me, at least, but like it's because like most of my job I'm sitting down, but for the people that are walking around a lot more, yeah, for
They
sure.
felt that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I went on an actual cruise, like a vacation, like when I got off the boat, I was just like, oh, whoa. For like, maybe for like a full, like 10, 12 hours. Felt like I was still walking on the water. But I feel like those ships that you're on are just so fucking big. They're like a whole city on the water, to be honest. I mean, so is a cruise ship, to be fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know why you're looking at me like that. Is it because of my brand new haircut you're seeing for the first time, dude?
Oh wow, looks good. Looks good. Yeah, yeah. You've been working out too? Yeah, you're looking buffy, man. You're looking big.
Thanks. I'm not, but thanks.
Yeah. I mean, Lou texted me today.
I've been
Yeah,
doing.
he
Okay.
said he saw you at the gym and he was talking about my podcast, what I've been doing.
Oh, that's funny. So he knows I've been
I was
doing it
like,
too, I assume, because all the clips.
yeah, of course, yeah. He
Yeah.
follows it. Yeah, he follows it
Oh, that's
on
hilarious.
TikTok at least. But I wanted to talk about a little story about you. Okay, since last episode you didn't bleep. You didn't bleep the name that I don't want to talk about, okay? You didn't bleep it, okay? And
Yeah.
so I want to just bring up a little story about you.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about this girl I knew in high school that I thought was really, really, really pretty.
Yeah.
I was talking to Ian about her, right? And the girl's name is Katie Dixon,
Okay.
okay? And so I was talking about Katie Dixon, how I think she's beautiful, you know?
You know, somebody from
Now,
that
if I
friend
had
group
to-
actually just got married. I forgot who it was though. But go
Savannah.
on. No, that wasn't
Savannah.
gonna happen yet.
Well, but she got married, though.
She got
Got
engaged.
engaged.
Yeah. But okay, continue. So you're talking about Katie Dixon, a baddie. Baddie from the olden days.
Baddie.
Classic
Baddie.
We could even call her a classic baddie.
Marilyn Monroe baddie. Okay, but
Okay,
anyways.
let's take it back a couple notches. It ain't like that, but yeah. Classic.
All right, so. And Ian was telling me how you were her first love. You were her first kiss, you know, back in
I was
back in
not.
the
I was
old
not.
days.
I was
Back in the
not.
OG days when he
I
was
was
6,
not.
7 years old, you know, he was
No. It was six. It was like 6th or 7th grade, and it was like we dated for like a week. And at that time, I was just like terrified to talk to girls, and I literally pretty much only talked to her over text. Definitely wasn't her first kiss, and we never kissed.
Oh, you guys never kissed? You
It was
just
6th grade. I'm
you
telling
just
you,
would text her.
we dated for like 7 days. I'm not
Isn't
even
it Isn't it pretty cool I can call you my girlfriend?
joking. Hey yo,
She's like, yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how to feel.
Okay, that's definitely not my story. I don't know where you're getting that from, but yeah. Okay.
What
But
happened?
yeah. No,
What
I
happened
just
there?
realized my C came off of my champion hoodie.
Oh yeah, it
It
did.
must have came off in the wash. That's crazy.
Champion is a ripoff.
Yeah, apparently.
But So let's talk about middle school relationships. You know, you couldn't talk to women back then. You still can't talk to women now. Not much has changed then, huh?
Look at you. Middle school relationships were a hoot, dude. Those were the good times. Hey, yo, I can't say, talking about it, we didn't, literally nothing ever happened, and it was like probably less than 7 days, but that was still my body, though. She was still on my body, though. I honestly forgot that. I forget that happens until somebody brings it up. So fucking funny.
She was still my body, though. She was still on my body. Yo, dude. I remember in Argentina, bro, I was FaceTiming this one girl, right? Valentina Arnoleto. That was her name. And I was FaceTiming her when I was in Mexico with my dad. And then I came back. It was beginning of 7th grade. I came back, and I remember, like, all my friends are gathered around me. All her friends are gathered around her. And they're like, yo, ask her to be your girlfriend. Ask her to be your girlfriend. I'm like, dude. All right, I got it. So, I walk in there, feeling good. Hey, you want to be my girlfriend? She said, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. And I go back to my friends. I'm like,
yeah.
And then that was it, bro. 2 days later, she wasn't my girlfriend no more, bro.
Yeah, I know. Probably because I'm hating ass bitches, though, to be honest.
Facts, bro. But, like, I mean,
dude, I forgot.
I don't know at the time.
I was dating this, and this for sure is 6th grade. I was dating this girl her name was Emily Pletzer. If somebody can find this bitch, find her for me. Leave her Instagram in the motherfucking comments. And it was either my friend, just somebody was also dating Riley Little at the time. You remember who that is? Do you? Yeah.
I know who she is. Yeah.
Yeah, 2-time back-to-back.
I'm not
baby
trying.
Mama. And Riley Little. No. Respect to her though. But it's 6th grade. But I forgot who was dating her at the time. I don't think it was AJ. It was somebody. It was another one of my friends though. Maybe it was Connor. I forget. I don't even want to throw anybody's name on there. But so everybody got in like a big circle. Dude, it must have been 30 fucking kids out there like during recess. And we just got in like a big circle because I was supposed to kiss my girlfriend, and then the other guy was supposed to kiss Riley, his girlfriend at the time. And then so we did it, and then so my expectation is like this. Like, we're just going to go one of these and back.
Yeah, and then leave.
And that's all I was prepared for. I was 12. That's all that was my body. That was it. Yeah. That was all I was prepared for. That's all I wanted. I was cool.
Yeah.
So I do that, and then I go to pull away, and I'm telling you, this girl bites my bottom lip. And I don't know if it was on purpose or what. I don't know if she was like kind of going for a makeout, and it fucking got messed up because I was pulling back. But people saw me do this. Right? So people thought that like I was trying to do like a weird makeout thing. So I had to set the record straight and say, nah, dude, she bit my fucking lip. And then she got like so mad at me. I think we broke up like the next day.
Oh yeah, of course.
I think I was heartbroken.
It's a heck.
But
find a new girl to bite your lip. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there. But yeah, but yes, I think in middle school I dated that girl. I think we dated, I don't even know how long. Couple weeks.
But isn't it funny to you how like I was in Argentina, right? In a school that's like not that big, right? Compared to like American schools. And the situation was extremely similar for both of us in middle school. Isn't that crazy? Like high school for Argentina is extremely different, right? Like high school in the States is like the movies. In Argentina it's not. Cuz like you go like to a private school and it's extremely different. You know, like sports are a huge thing in like the US, and I don't know, you know, it's like it's extremely different.
And you're saying they're not a huge thing in Argentina?
Sports are huge, but not like in the sense that like Friday night, like everybody's going to watch the football game.
Right,
You know?
right.
Or like during basketball season, like everybody's going to watch the basketball games. You know what I'm saying? It's like in Argentina, like you're playing soccer, you're playing tennis, you're playing rugby, but there's not a crowd. You're just playing
Right,
to get good, you know, and to win. And so that's the difference between high school. And mind you, high school too, even if it's women and men, right? Most high schools in Argentina are private schools, like kind of like CC, right, where it's all men's school, and then the all women's school are like right next door. But I think the main difference is the sports aspects, because then they go out and all this, but the going out even is different. Like there's no house parties, you know. There's none of that, you know. Like house parties in the States, in Canton.
We're great, dude. Speaking of house parties in CC, dude, we were
with
at
the Wangs.
No, we were at there was a party at Elena's house. You remember?
Yeah, McLennan.
Yeah. And she was having a party, and there was this tall white kid there that I had never seen before. This is like 9th, maybe 10th grade.
Who was it? Justin? Was it Justin?
I'll tell you after. I didn't recognize him.
I know who it is.
And
I know who it is.
Okay. Hold on, bro. And neither did another one of my friends. And one of my friends said, "No, that kid's from CC." And I'm
wait, I know who he is now. All right,
and I'm like, he's from CC. Fuck CC. And then my boy was like, "Yeah, fuck that kid." So I took a water bottle. Dude, I feel so bad. He's such a nice guy too. I never told him it was me. I took a water bottle because I had 2 water bottles on me. I had one filled with alcohol and I had one filled with water. I like drank some of the water. It still had a good amount of water in it, good amount of weight, and I chucked it. Hit him right in the fucking head, dude. Right in the face. Oof. And I just turned around. And then I turn around and I immediately start talking to like this guy I know right here. And this guy actually happened to be talking to Marty at the time. Like they were face to face. They were talking. Mm-hmm. And I go, "Dude, I just whipped a water bottle at that kid from CC's face." And they like looked over there and they were like, "There's nobody from CC at this party." And I'm like, "Oh no." Nailed this guy for no fucking reason, dude.
Who was it?
I'll tell you after.
No, you gotta tell me right now, dude. You gotta tell me right now. Who was it?
It was fucking Joey Robb, the nicest guy.
Oh, it was Joey Robb? Yeah, Joey's nice,
guy,
bro.
dude.
Joey was a nice dude.
Me and him ended up becoming like he never knew it was me. But
I don't even think he would have cared, bro.
Maybe not, told him. But dude, he's such a nice guy too. Good guy.
Yeah, he is a good guy. But, I mean, I barely talked with him, but like the times I have.
Yeah. I didn't like talk to him. Me and him were never like boys, but yeah, he was a good guy.
Yeah. Damn, that's funny as fuck.
But yeah.
It's funny as fuck. The things you do in high school, huh? But
dude, Elena's party sometimes got crazier than the Wangers. Do you remember that time that those? Yeah.
Well, I never went to Elena's parties, bro, because you went like when I was a sophomore, I barely knew anybody. Like I started to get to know people junior year, and that's when I started partying, and that's when I kind of started smoking weed, and it all went downhill from there. Like with my parents, but went uphill in high school. You know, so. It was a good trade-off.
Your social life, social life got a lot of points, but
Oh yeah, and I started, messing around with a lot of good-looking women, because I was more popular, and I mean, yeah. It's not to say I wasn't popular.
We're talking about 16-year-olds. These are girls.
But they were good-looking at the time. They're good-looking now. Yeah. Back at them, I'm like, I can't say I never did, but I mean, out of the women I messed with, man. I think I did pretty good, bro.
Yeah. But
I think I did pretty good. But anyways, right?
Were you at Jaden's party? Were you at Jaden's party in high school?
Oh my goodness. No, I was not.
Damn, that sucks. That was a good one.
Yeah, because I wasn't friends with you guys at that time.
I passed out super early because I drank like a whole fifth to myself. Absolutely horrible. But me and Aaron did actually. We passed out hella early. Me and him both drank a fifth. And I was, bro, this had to have been like the beginning of sophomore year. I couldn't have weighed more than 125, 130 pounds. Drank a whole fifth of vodka. It was like my second time ever drinking. And I was done. I was done like 45 minutes into the party.
I can finish a fifth though. Like literally right now, I could finish a fifth with one of my buddies and still be functional.
Yeah. Now, of course. I mean,
very functional.
I'm I'm a grown man now. But
true. But anyways, so I have a question.
50 pounds. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I have a question. All right, cool story. I have a question. So, let's say you marry your girl, right?
Okay.
And you find out afterwards she can't have kids.
Okay.
What would you do? How do you confront a woman in that situation? Let's say the hypotheticals, because when you're in the situation, you probably confront it differently.
Because it's a hypothetical, I will not go through the why would I not have asked, all this. I won't go through that. It's hypothetical. I would adopt.
Okay. And you don't see, I always think like I wanted to adopt too, like if my wife couldn't have kids, right? But the only thing is like that's not my kid. Like yeah, like eventually like he like becomes like my son, but it's not like my son's son,
Yeah.
Not my blood.
Like, you're not my blood, but like think about it, think about how close you are to some of your friends. And like they're
exactly like that's exactly what I was thinking.
And there's
like you're my brother
from like a baby or like a toddler, whatever adoption age is. And so it's like it's your baby. You know what I mean? That's your son.
It practically is, but at the same time it's like it's still not. Like I think like everything is there, but at the same time, like until you have kids, right? Like until I have kids and an adopted kid, I feel like I could never know the real difference. And I do truly believe there is a real difference
but there's
between
a lot of
like
people
having an
out
adopted
there
kid.
Where they like can't have kids, they adopt and then they get pregnant.
True.
That happened to a buddy of mine. Like his parents his parents had adopted 2 kids and then his mom got pregnant with him.
Wow. So he got more love than the other 2 adopted kids.
I mean, I don't think they did, but
no, that's good. Dude, because I was thinking, right? Because I'm watching Yellowstone right now. Have you seen Yellowstone?
No. I know what it is.
Yellowstone? Yeah, it's a great show. Great show. And I'm watching it now. And she basically told him that she couldn't have kids and all that. And Rip doesn't really care. But I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, so if I start dating this girl, right? And then she tells me, like, hey, I can't have... And I'm already, like, in love with this girl, then I think...
I just don't really care.
I try to get over it, but I feel like eventually part of me would kind of, I don't know if I would resent her, but I feel like I would be like, damn, like I want to have my own kid. Like I want to have blood kid,
Of course.
Like I guess I'm selfish and I am, but that's me being selfish, but yeah, 100%. Like,
yeah, because like, here's the thing, like, because like a lot of the times like you get married and you both have the intention of having babies and you both just like, because it's just like, okay, so I've had like no problems like with my balls, my testes, you know what I'm saying? So if I just like meet a girl and we're just like everything's fine, we get married, we try to have kids and we just can't have kids, and then who fucking knows, I go to like, we're struggling, year goes by, we're like, all right, let's go get some shit tested. She gets tested, I get tested, turns out my cum's bad. It's like, well, fuck. We both had the intention of doing this, so... I mean, now with science, I'm sure they could make my fucking shit work. But... Say in the like impossible situation, or like my girl's vagina don't fucking... Whatever the fuck. Whatever goes wrong with that, you know what I mean? Because I don't fucking know the first thing about what could go wrong over there. But, the fucking ovaries or fucking... stones or something. Who fucking knows, really? The world may never know.
The world may never know.
Yeah, how many licks does it take to Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? You feel me? But yeah, so like I mean, like shit could happen, and I wouldn't have no problem adopting. But like at the end of the day, like God's gonna give you a baby. Like if you're meant to have a baby, And also because sometimes women
Facts.
get so stressed, it's just like because
I
like
think that,
I
yeah.
think there's a correlation to like, okay, you adopted a kid, you've come to love this kid, this is now your child. So now you're not like stressed about it, worried about it, and then women just get pregnant. So maybe it has something to do
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
like what your brain is doing to like your body.
I know from past experience that my fishies definitely swim, and yeah, it's not good, but I definitely know that they swim, and so. But I mean, that doesn't mean that they'll swim forever. So we'll
You
see.
know that saying though, right? How many licks does it take to get the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? You had those commercials when you were a kid?
No, I don't know what that means.
Really? The little owl in the woods? Yo, that's crazy. I don't even know what to say to that.
Are you gonna explain it? Like, how about
I
you
mean,
fucking
yeah,
explain it?
you know what a Tootsie Pop is, right?
No, like the Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, but it's a Tootsie Pop. It's Tootsie Roll brand. It's Tootsie. Tootsie, Tootsie, Tootsie. Say that 10 times fast. But yeah, so like it's a sucker basically. It's like a dum dum, but on the inside of it, there's a Tootsie Roll. It's the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop.
Oh,
Yeah, so in the commercial, there was this kid. There was this like like a kid walking through the woods at night, and he was just like, "Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?" And the owl goes, "Let's find out." And he rips the wrapper off with his wing, by the way. No logistical thinking there by the commercial team. But he goes, 1, 2, 3, and he takes a bite every time. And then at the end of the commercial, it was like, how many licks does it take to get a Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know. But yeah. Somebody did end up taking a video of themselves licking a Tootsie Pop, I think. Oh, and then they found out the number.
okay. It's a cool story. Back in the day, the graphics were probably not that good either on the commercials. Those fucking shitty ass
Well,
commercials.
that was like what?
You ever go back and watch these old movies and
Yeah, I
realize
was
how
about to
bad the
say,
CGI is?
I'm trying to think of the best CGI I can think of from back then. When was the first Transformers?
From
like-
back to
It must have been like 2008 or something, right? Let me look it up.
yeah, it had to be like 2008, 2007. Yeah, it had to be. Dude, I rewatched the Star Wars movies a
2007.
while back.
That's insane
Yeah,
CGI
that's
for
it.
2007.
Yeah, that's insane CGI. But I'm thinking like the Star Wars movies, bro, the ones in like the first movie that they made,
Like
right?
60s.
Not
right?
not
Episode
yeah,
4.
like
After episode 4.
yeah, episode 4. It wasn't the 60s, it was the 90s.
Was it?
Yes.
I'm
bro.
that far off? That's crazy.
And that movie, the CGI there, like when
70s,
you see
77.
Yoda. Oh, 77, okay. Well, but when you see Yoda in that movie, I'm like, yo, this there ain't no way, bro. Ain't no
Yeah.
way. Like little Yoda, bro, is literally like a puppet, bro. Literally like a puppet. And I don't know.
What's crazy is
I
there
just
was
think
a
it's
fucking
hilarious.
midget in R2D2.
Yeah, I know. And like the Terminator 2, like the Terminator movies, like they're the same. They're
But
the
think
same
about
way.
how good that movie really looked for 1977. Like how they made like a really tiny Death Star, but then they just like superimposed it on like a background and made it look gigantic and like look really good. Like they just like the way they made movies back then was just like so good that it just made
Yeah, I know.
it made it really good. Or the
it's
Millennium
tough.
Falcon, like all that shit that they just like it was just a small model, but the way they shot it, it just looked sick.
Absolutely. But yeah, I think honestly Transformers takes it. But also the Spider-Man movies, right? Back in the day, the CGI was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. Cuz that was
And,
like 2001, the first Spider-Man.
Not Spider no.
With Tobey Maguire?
It's probably like around 2005, 2006.
Really?
Had to be.
2002. All right.
Damn, you're closer then. All right. Anyways, yeah, pretty crazy. So, I got nothing.
Spider-Man 3.
What you want to talk about?
I'm pretty sure Spider-Man 3 came out like right around my birthday in like 2007.
Which Spider-Man is the best out of all of them? We've talked about it before. It's 3. But
Yeah, of that one. Let me get the date really quick because it's going to drive me crazy. May 4th, a month after my birthday. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dude, my birthday's coming up.
What day is it?
June 2nd.
June 2nd. Nice. I'll try to remember that.
25, bro. Fucking crazy, dude. We graduated high school 7 fucking years ago.
Crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
Dude, you want to know what's even crazier? I met all of our close friends. Okay, so somebody like Bud, right? I met in 4th grade. So what's that? 2008, something like that. Insane.
14 years. No, that's 17 years ago. Wow, that's crazy.
Insanity. So, and then, but people like that I met in 6th grade, like, are still some of my closest friends. Like, think about this, like Jaden, Ian, Justin.
You met all those kids in 6th grade?
6th grade.
Wow.
Jaden, Ian, Justin, AJ, but me and him aren't really friends anymore. I haven't talked to that kid in years.
I thought didn't he join the Navy or something?
I think he joined the Army.
Oh yeah, something like that.
I guess those are actually the only three I still talk. Oh, I'm tripping. Connor. Yeah, he married Erica.
Fucking yeah, Erica. Yeah.
I think they had a kid.
Erica was
I don't know for
crazy.
sure. Why was she crazy?
All right, dude. I'm gonna tell you a story. I don't even know if I want to share.
You know what? Let's just make the pod. Let's just make the pod airing out people's business. Let's just do that. Full name, everything.
Okay. All right, I'll say it. So I was at Western visiting AG, right?
Okay.
And it was me, AG, and Chase, right? Chase Timko. And
another great guy.
Yeah, he's a good dude. And we're fucking drinking. And I say the N-word, right? But like nothing crazy, you know?
Yeah.
I just say the N-word in the sense of like, you know, I don't know. I just say it. It wasn't anything crazy.
Like, you tripping. Something like that. Like some little shit.
No, it wasn't even something like that. It was be like it probably something like yeah. All right. Let's say it like that. Okay. So anyways, yeah, something like that. So anyways, so I say that, and then Erica like says something to me. She's like, "Hey, you can't be saying that. I got black cousins and all this." And I'm like, "What?"
Okay.
And I'm like, "How about you shut the fuck up, man? My best friend is black. Like my other best friend who's a girl is black. Like how you gonna try to tell me about like this? Like yeah, like I know I shouldn't say it and I won't say it. You know, like sometimes like it slips and it shouldn't even slip. I get that, but sometimes it ain't that big of a deal. You know, and it's like I feel like it's all about the intent, and that's what I was telling her, and she was just like tweaking, bro. Now I remember AG was telling me, he's like, calm down, T, calm down. And I'm like, nah, fuck this girl, man. This girl don't know shit. And so I was pissed. I remember I was pissed, bro. And fucking Aaron's friend, I don't know if you remember him, Colton. What was his fucking last name?
Colton Bork. Also another good guy.
Yeah. He was trying to get with her. I remember.
Oh, okay.
And it didn't, I don't know. But yeah. So.
And what happened?
Nothing. I can't remember after that. I was pissed, and then I snapped, and I think she didn't talk to me for the rest of her life after that. So, I mean, I don't know. I think she was actually pissed, you know. And I just kept telling her, I'm like, my best friend is like, how about you shut the fuck up, man? Like, yeah, like I'm not black, so I guess I shouldn't say it, but like. Don't sit there and fucking tell me.
Like, who the fuck are you to be like, I got black.
Exactly.
It's like, chill.
Yeah, like if Ian wants to tell me, like, he racist, then he can go ahead and tell me.
Yeah.
And I'll still get pissed at Ian because, like, I've never once been racist in my life. Like, maybe you say racist jokes, but I say racist jokes towards Argentinians, too. Towards your Arab ass, too. So, like, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
But
like, do you remember for a while in high school when, like, people started getting, like, blasted for like blasted on Twitter for like saying the N-word and shit? Do you remember there was like
I
a
remember.
group? There was like a group of girls that started just like outing people on Twitter. Crazy.
It's always women, bro. It's always women,
Crazy.
bro.
Just like
I remember
this guy
it
like
started
says the
fucking talking
N-word,
about.
and he like.
Do you remember them started talking about Lou's dad?
Yes,
Coach Beckler?
yes. I think it was right around that same time.
Man. Started telling, bro, it's women, bro. Women trying to get attention.
That's
It's like the
funny.
fact that it doesn't even bother the men, but it bothers the white woman. It's like, like what the fuck are you even doing? You know, like you're white and like you have like this affects you in no way whatsoever.
At all.
Yeah. Man, fucking. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I did want to talk about something. So did you hear that Warren Buffett is retiring?
Okay. No, I didn't.
Yeah, he's retiring this year. He's
Dude,
stepping down from
how
Berkshire
old
Hathaway.
is that guy? 90?
How old is Warren Buffett? Oh, it didn't say it. 94 years old.
Insane.
And he just now retired. That's crazy, bro. But I think if I make it to 90, right? And I keep this amount of money I have right now invested in, and I keep putting in more money every year for the rest of my life. I could have a lot of money. I don't know like a specific amount. I would have to do the math, honestly. And maybe one day we could do it on the pod, you know? I could do the math together and pretty cool. But it's for another episode. But if you put in money, right? But most people, the problem is you don't live till you're 90, you know? But if you do, then all that money goes to your kids, you know? And that's awesome, man. If I can give that money to my kids, man, that's a blessing.
Yeah,
And
but
so,
I'd
I don't know.
appreciate enjoying that money for myself, though. You know what I mean?
But like, you also got to sit there and think, man. Like, all these people that have a shit ton of money, right? They don't use really much of it, right? And it's like, how much can you really enjoy of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, my grandpa would always take trips, like, went around the world, like every single continent. But it's like there's only like so many trips you can go to before it like gets boring. Before traveling gets boring. You know?
Maybe. Yeah, but like, I'd like to reach that number of trips to watch it get boring.
I think that number of trips is not that far off. Like from what you expect. Like, do you remember spring break? Did you go on spring break?
Not really.
So what is the longest trip you've taken?
The longest trip I've taken is, I believe it's 8 days on a cruise.
On a cruise. And the 8 days, you never once got like, damn, I kind of want to go back home.
Yeah, probably by like the last day, I'm like, all right, I'm kind of ready to go home. I could have spent another couple days out there though.
And you didn't want to.
No, like I could have. Like the trip was over. Like the cruise comes back and like I got a flight booked. You know, but I could have spent more time out there on the cruise. Like a part of me.
But you didn't want to.
No, I'm saying. A part of me was like, yeah, I could go home today, like maybe on like day 6. But then on like the last day, I was like, man, I wish there was a couple more days. Like, so there's like moments.
And that's how I think anything is, you know? Like, we think, like, money is, like, the thing to, like, all this, bro. But sometimes, like, now when I'm watching Yellowstone, bro, I would be so happy, bro, if I took, like, 3 months off and just went to Argentina and worked on the farm all day, every day. I promise you, I would be so happy doing that.
Okay,
Like,
I believe that.
It would suck. Like, I would sweat, like, my ass off. I wouldn't be talking or communicating with anybody, but it would be awesome, bro. I actually want to do that, you know? And I feel like those things, like, yeah, are awesome, but, like, not everything requires a lot of money. Like, if you want to actually, like, experience something, bro, just move to, like, a third world country and live there. And you'll only need, like, $1,000 for 3 months. And you can live there.
But I mean, yeah, I think that's just like, but you can't really go somewhere for 3 months. Like most people can't really do that.
You can if you quit your job. Just find
Yeah,
another one.
I know, but most people are like at a point in their job where it's like finding a new one is, it's just like not the same as like, because like if I quit my job, right? Like I wouldn't go get the same position at another place immediately, more than likely.
Yeah, it'd be a hassle.
Amount of time spent somewhere means a lot.
True.
Can you give me
True,
one
true.
second, please? All right, I'm back.
All right, we back.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all right. So I wanted to ask you if you've seen any of the movie theater right now. So you
I
got the
just
Thunderbolts.
I just went and saw Thunderbolts on Sunday.
What'd you think? I saw it on Sunday too. It was really.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Yeah,
I thought it was really
I do
good.
not really care to see those people ever again, really. But like it's just like a joke of a superhero group. You know what I mean? I feel like it was Marvel's. It was like Marvel kind of
Suicide Squad.
Exactly, but it was definitely better than the last Suicide Squad movie for sure.
I think it was better than all the Suicide Squad movies.
Yeah.
I would much rather watch this movie again than any of the Suicide Squad movies.
Yes.
And because I like that girl, that Ivana.
The main
I like
girl?
her.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she was a bad bitch.
Yeah, she's bad. But I also like her character and shit. So I think it was a really good movie. I think it was a
guess.
lot better than the Captain America movie. And I think the next movie, which will be Fantastic Four, coming out in July, that's going to be a really good movie too.
Fantastic
really
Four in
good
July
movie.
is gonna be. I think it's gonna be awesome. Did you see they
Did
got?
you watch the
fucking-
end of the scene credits?
Yeah. Did you see how they got a Galactus?
Like the
in
last
that
one.
Bitch?
Okay.
How they got? Did you
What?
see the? No, okay, so the end of the scene credits. Yeah, so that doesn't really make that much sense to me. That the Fantastic Four is just coming into
It
work.
doesn't.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. Make
Because
sense.
if we're talking about the Fantastic Four, the entire world should know about the Fantastic Four. You know what I mean?
But
So,
clearly, when they see that, they don't.
yeah.
And so that's
because
where.
Reed
How are they going to
Richards
introduce
is like a
that?
smart guy, so maybe this is like some multiverse shit. Who fucking knows, really?
100%. It probably will.
But in the trailer for Fantastic Four, there's a shadow of Galactus over the city, which I'm super hype about.
Who is Galactus? That's the giant guy.
Yeah, he's like a world eater. He just like goes around. He just like floats around the cosmos, just like eating worlds and universes.
Oh, the Silver Surfer.
No, Galactus. Silver Surfer works for him.
Oh, okay. But they made the Silver Surfer a woman, bro. What's up with
I
that,
don't
man?
even want to talk about it. It's just garbage. It's garbage. I mean, what can we say? Oh, there was one issue in 1990 where the Silver Surfer was a girl. Fuck Silver Surfer as a girl, dude. He's a man. It just doesn't make any sense, dude. It looks so much cooler as a guy. It doesn't need to, like, I'm all for tits. You know what I mean? Like, I'm down with the titties. But
Yeah, like Invisible Woman, like that scene where Jessica Alba, takes her clothes off, and like that's primetime TV right there,
Prime
and
time.
like that
But,
primetime
Silver
TV.
Surfer doesn't need to be a girl, dude.
Bro, Silver Surfer being a girl, that pissed me off too. I'm like, damn, man. Like maybe
They're like,
I really
guys,
am
okay,
that sexist, but
we won't make Reed Richards black. We're not gonna turn somebody black. But what if work with me here? We make the Silver Man a girl, and the whole fucking room goes. He's done it. He's done it again. Some fucking
bro,
piece
next
of
thing
shit.
you know, bro, the midgets are gonna come out and be like, yeah, there's not enough midgets in movies, and so like they're gonna start making
Dude, you see the Snow
midget
White movie,
Spider-Man.
Peter Dinklage.
Oh, yeah.
You remember? You know who that is, right? Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones.
No, I've never seen Game of Thrones.
Oh, that's crazy.
Okay, anyways.
But yeah, so he's a midget.
Oh, the small guy. I know who you're talking about now. All right.
So he's been in a lot of movies too. Yeah, there's one, I forget the name of the movie, but it's like little big problems or something, whatever the fuck.
He's in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
He's in a lot.
Like
of
when it
movies.
comes to like dwarves, like he has to be like, but there's like him, Wee Man, and like there's a comedian. I think his name is like something Brad.
And then no,
But whatever.
it goes him, Wee Man, and Danny Duncan's midget. That
Yeah, Loki. But there is a comedian. His name's Brad. But fuck it. But Peter Dinklage came out and was just like, "Oh, I hope the Snow White movie doesn't do the cliche thing of hiring 7 little people." And then 7 little people got motherfucking fired straight out of Hollywood because there was a whole uproar of us like, yeah, you shouldn't subject little people to that shit. But I'm sure those little people were happy as fuck to be the 7 dwarves. But no,
Who
now
gives
they're
a fuck, bro? They're dwarfs, bro. That's what I'm saying. If the
Literally.
main character is black, and then you're like, oh, how could you fucking hire a black man because the main character is black? You should hire. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
dude, the main character is a certain way, then hire him a certain way. You know,
Yeah,
like,
literally. Everybody knows
I
the
don't
Silver
know,
Surfer.
man.
If I got to do a deep dive into Silver Surfer lore, a character that, to the best of my knowledge, doesn't even really talk. If I got to do a deep dive into his lore to find out one time in a fucking comic book fucking issue he was a woman, it's like, come on, bro. What are we doing right now? Like, okay, fuck it. The next King of Wakanda's a white guy. Fuck it. Next Black Panther's a white guy.
White Panther, bro. Let's go. Let's run it, dude. Let's
they
run
can
it.
have one if we can have one. Fuck it. We want to go there? I'll go there. I mean,
I mean,
Reed
bro, that's
Richards,
that's
the new Reed Richards is the fucking...
is Mexican.
He's the Mexican
He's
guy.
a fucking. He's like la playa más fina. He's bro. No commercials, man. He's talking
Cook.
playa awaits, you know, and then he's fucking Reed Richards up in there, man. And he's in The Last of Us. Ooh, dude, I gotta watch that actually.
If they ever make Batman black, though, I'm burning down Hollywood.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel like the problem with like these movies nowadays, or the industry itself, is they try to please everybody. And at the end of the day, they don't. They can't please everybody. So the people they're trying to please right now are not the majority of the people that watch it. So that's why you see Disney movies getting a shit ton of bad ratings, you know? And that's why you see a lot less like parents wanting their kids to watch these Disney movies because they're just trying to appeal to like this
didn't they
leftist movement.
Didn't they
And
learn
it's-
from... Well, first they should have learned from Snow White, because that movie for sure didn't make any money.
Tanked.
And then from that woman Spider-Man movie, like Charlotte.
Oh, Madam Web.
Madam Web.
Yeah, Madam Web. Yeah, that fucking garbage ass
that
movie.
had to have made no money. I
Dude,
didn't
my ex
watch it.
went to watch that movie, right? Because she liked the Spider-Man movies, I remember. And I asked her, and she was like, yeah, it was dog shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, they make that thinking women will like that movie, and women don't even fuck. You know what I'm
Nobody
saying?
likes the
It's like,
movie.
bro, it's like women basketball, bro. Who watches women basketball? Men. Women don't even fucking watch women basketball. That's why women get paid less, because men are the one that are watching both. And why are they watching women basketball? Because they're a retard like AG betting on it, probably. And they want to make money on Caitlin Clark scoring 5 threes. And so they'll fucking bet on it. You
Dude,
know?
I saw a video of someone saying he like tracks when like the best players on WNBA teams are on their period, and then he bets on the other team. And he had like a winning system. It could have been a skit, but it seemed so real. It seemed just like a regular gambling degenerate, just like at a casino talking about
Dude,
it.
we got to do that. We got to do that. Next segment. How did you even, how can he even like know when these women are on period?
Who knows? Maybe he just finds out when they have an off night, and then they like go and track it to other off nights, or he like tracks the next ones. And it's like if they're all around the same date or like the same part of the month, like you could get that down.
Yeah, I
pretty
mean,
quick.
they
I feel
fucking-
like after
they
3
cycle.
months. After 3 months, like you got it down pretty. Like you got it down pat.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I wonder if that's true. That's a funny story, bro. That's a
Dude,
that's some
that'd
funny
be
shit
awesome
right there.
if it was true.
Yeah, 100%. But I don't know. You know, I like Thunderbolts a lot, though. I think still the new Fantastic Four movie will be good. I think the new Avengers movie will be good. But it's just these little things that piss
But
people off, and eventually
Avengers-
they're just gonna turn, bro.
Avengers Doomsday is the next one, right? But I don't even think that comes out this year.
And no, it comes out 2026.
What's like because Marvel, my friend showed me a list of like the next Marvel movies.
Yeah, so it's Spider-Man. So the new Spider-Man is coming out next year in like January or something like that. And then Fantastic Four is coming out this year, right? And then they're making a new Hulk too. And then they're making the Doomsday. And I think I might be missing a couple here.
Okay, so Thunderbolts May 2nd, Ironheart June 24th,
I don't know what
Fantastic
that
Four
is.
July 25th, Eyes of Wakanda in August, Marvel
Eyes of
Zombies,
Wakanda is that? But is that a TV show? That has to be a TV show.
maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, new
Has to
movies
be.
and series. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wonder Man. That sounds fucking gay.
The new Superman looks pretty good though.
New Superman. Yeah, I'm going to watch that for sure.
Yeah, me too. Have you seen Sinners? They say Sinners is a really good movie.
No, I didn't watch it.
That's why I was gonna talk to you about these movies
Oh
recently,
shit,
man.
2027 Secret Wars comes out.
So 2026 is Doomsday and 2027 Secret Wars. Wow, that's pretty close. That's interesting.
They're probably making them right now.
100%. They're making them right now.
But Secret
But
Wars, go ahead.
what I was gonna say is, I feel like there's a lot of good movies that released this past month. You know, The Accountant 2, Sinners is apparently a really good movie, and The Thunderbolts, right? But this is the first time in a while I can think of 3 movies where I want to go watch in the movie. First time in a long, long time.
What movies?
Those 3, I just fucking said them.
Oh, the Superman, Thunderbolt, Superman, and Fantastic Four.
That is not what I said. I said The
Oh,
Accountant 2, Sinners, and fucking Thunderbolts. Those are the 3 movies that are out right now, that are in the theaters right now.
Got
And then The Chosen season 5 also is in theaters right now, which apparently is getting a lot of people watching it too.
Interesting. But yeah, so I just also read about Secret Wars, and because I thought it was like I thought to my memory,
Big multiversal.
Exactly, and yeah, that seems to be at least if they keep it to the same. But yeah, it's like which makes sense. Like it contains Spider-Man, some of the Avengers, Captain America, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man, a Fantastic Four, X-Men, Thor. So it's like all like the things they're like starting to build up seemingly. I don't know if they have an X-Men movie locked up, but X-Men's like the best franchise in my opinion of like movies like almost ever. I love X-Men.
You think it's the best franchise?
Like superhero franchises, yeah, I think it's one of the best. It's definitely top 3.
You think it's better than like Avengers franchise?
No, it can't be. Well, okay, here.
can't
Let me
be.
rephrase.
It can't be. Yeah,
The
it can't
X-Men X-Men are like great superheroes. Like they're superheroes I love to see in movies.
But do you include Deadpool in that?
I'd consider him like part of. He's a mutant, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, but like also like you gotta understand like in Wolverine Origins, right? Like they had the Deadpool, and he was just
Some
another
bullshit
fucking
Deadpool. That was some
yeah.
bullshit Deadpool. But yeah.
But then they never like my problem with the X-Men movies, right? I recently rewatched all of them because I hadn't seen all. And the problem is like, which I don't like, is like a lot of shit doesn't add up, and they don't really explain it. Like
what?
Charles Xavier dies. And then in the next episode, they just comes back to fucking life. And it's like, yeah, the end scene credits, like you kind of see it a little bit, but it's like they don't
Well,
really explain anything.
I think he dies and then he's back in the end scene credits, but I think it's because Wolverine
He went back in time.
goes back in time in the next movie.
But when he goes back in time, Charles is right there. Before he goes back in time, Charles is the one that says you need to be going.
There's got to be an explanation for it, but I don't know why.
But they don't give it.
Yeah.
And that's my fucking problem. Like, I think if the X-Men came out at the time where, like, they have these TV shows and these series, you know, they would have done a lot of things. Like, Loki explains so much. So like, if you don't watch Loki, like it's very hard for you to understand like Deadpool and everything. Everything from now on, like you have to watch Loki, because Loki is like the introduction of the TVA, and
Yeah,
you need to watch
it's
both
like
of
the
those
introduction
seasons
of like the
to
multiverse
understand it.
almost.
Yeah, and of fucking Jonathan Majors, which sucks because they were about to make him like the main bad guy, and now
Con.
because of his lawsuit and all that.
Damn shame. They just gotta fucking just get Michael B. Jordan back in there, dude. I don't mind.
Yeah, I know.
I really
It
don't even mind.
just but it sucks, bro, because like the allegations were found not guilty. And I remember Michael B. Jordan wanted to do Creed. He wants to do Creed 4 with Jonathan Majors. And then people are bashing him. He's like, how can you want to do it with Jonathan Majors? And the people are commenting like, buddy, the allegations weren't true. Like he was found not guilty.
They were found to
I
be
mean,
exactly that, allegations.
yeah, but it's like as soon as you get allegations, you're fucked. You know what I'm saying?
It's a damn shame.
Dude, have you heard about this fucking thing with Blake Lively and that guy that they made a
Yeah,
movie
dude.
with?
I feel horrible for Ryan Reynolds.
It ends for Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. His girl's out there making out with the guy, falling in love on a movie set. And then she tries to sue him, and he's like, oh, hold on, bitch. It turns out I got receipts for your ass. And he pulls them, and then he's doing a countersuit. The bitch is
He's
cooked.
doing a countersuit.
The bitch
Yeah,
is
the bitch
cooked.
is cooked. And Ryan's about to leave her ass too, bro. I don't think he will, but
He can, dude.
but
They probably live in California. Well, she'll get the house, kids, and half of his fucking future pay for the rest of his life.
like Amber Heard, bro, with Johnny Depp, bro.
Bro.
But the problem is like this shows me a lot. Ryan Reynolds, if you marry a woman like Blake Lively, bro, what does that say about you?
He married Scarlett Johansson, too.
Ryan Reynolds was married to Scarlett Johansson.
I'm pretty sure he married her, yeah. They were married for like 2 years.
You have to be tweaking, bro.
Let me look it up.
You have to be tweaking. But this reminds me a lot of the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp feud. And Amber Heard is fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah. 2008 to 2011, Scarlett Johansson was his wife.
If anyone wants to go on the internet and look for Amber Heard's video of her butt-ass naked, you can go and find that pretty easily.
Can you really?
Oh, yeah. She's like recording herself, and she's like, oh, I want you home. I want you home right now. I'm so horny. And it's like,
What,
I don't
to
know
Johnny
how that's on the
Depp?
internet. I don't know to who, but that's
I'm just gonna Google search Amber Heard naked. I think this is movie stuff. Okay, this is kind of weird. I don't really want to do this anymore. All right.
Yeah, you got to do it alone, bro. You got to do it alone. But anyways, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But I want to wrap it up with the quote I heard from Yellowstone. It's not really a quote, but it's more of like a conversation, right? And so I think John is talking to his son Casey, right? And he's saying, destiny is a hard thing to run from, isn't it? And then Casey says, this turned out to be a lot faster than I thought. Do you think that's true? Do you think destiny is a thing? Do you think destiny is real?
I don't know if death. I don't know. I honestly believe
Like
we
fate.
control.
Like fate?
Fate. I think we kind of control our own destiny.
Kinda. What do you mean kinda?
Well, not even kind of. I think we control our own destiny. Like, if I were to decide I'm going to sit in that room over there for the rest of my life, and I just sat there and did that, like, that's just my destiny. But, like, if I decide to go work hard and fucking make something of myself, I'm going to go make something of myself.
But my thing is, like, I do believe we have the choice, right?
Unless
like,
you want to believe that destiny is like the purest form of yourself. Like, you know that thing I told you about, like, David Goggins? Like, how he said that somebody told him? Exactly. So, like, at the end of your life, you die. And then somebody at, like, at the end there is just talking to you, like, oh, okay, Norjarus. Like, whatever the fuck. it's listing some achievements like multimillionaire, father of blank, husband, blah blah blah, like reading all this shit, right? And then, but like, I just spent my whole life sitting in my room. I'm just like, oh no, you got the wrong guy. And they're like, no, this is who you were supposed to be. So like destiny in that fact, like you're like the pure, like your best self, maybe is real. And but like I just can't. I don't know.
See,
like,
so
your life is exactly what you make it.
I agree. I 100% agree that our choice, we have a lot more say than we think we do, right? But like I do remember this conversation debate between an atheist and a theist, right? You know what a theist is, right? A theist is a person who believes in God, and an atheist is a person who doesn't believe, right?
A theist?
And so a theist, yeah. A theist is a person who believes in God. Atheist, atheist.
So is a theist, that just falls, that's basically every religion then.
Yeah, he just believes in God. He was a Christian. This guy in particular.
So it's almost like its own religion.
No. A theist basically literally means a person who believes in God. And an atheist means a person who does not believe in God.
Okay, but could a theist, what I'm asking is, a theist...
Yes, a theist could be Muslim. Like a Muslim is a theist. A Christian is also a theist. You know what I'm saying?
Or a Hindu guy that believes in multiple gods.
Is a theist.
Okay.
Is a theist also.
Continue.
Okay. And so they're having this conversation, and the atheist says, well, the problem is there is no such thing as free will, because why did you pick up that water, right? Well, because you were thirsty. But why were you thirsty? Well, because like all these like things that happened made me thirsty. So it's like, was it really a choice? And it's like, well, yeah, because I couldn't have. But it's like, okay, but why do you drink water instead of juice? Like, well, yeah, because that's a choice. But why do you like water instead of juice? Right? And it's like, well, I don't know, because of all these different things. So it's like, is it really a choice, or is it because of these different factors? Right? And so that's where I think destiny does play a huge role. Like, I mean, we see it in the Bible all the time where, like, prophecy, like, a lot of these things have happened. Like, do you believe Jesus is going to come back? I do.
Oh, you're asking me? Yeah.
Yeah. I believe Jesus is going to come back for sure, you know? And so I think that's, like, prophecy, and that's destiny. And I think a lot of things have to happen for that, like Israel and all that, like, have to happen. So I think that, like, destiny is for sure a thing. But, like, I always say this, I think we always ultimately have a choice, but God knows what choice we're going to pick. He doesn't tell us. He just knows what we're going to do. Just like a father and a son, almost like my father, 99% of the time knew exactly what I was going to do. And he let me fuck up.
Yeah, so I know what you mean. I think God doesn't know exactly what we're going to do. I think he sees all of the possible things we could do.
I think so too, yeah. I think so too.
But it is up to us to pick the thing.
I think so too. But I also think he knows exactly, like, he sees all the possibilities, but he also knows which outcome we're most likely going to pick. And yeah, I mean, I just think for God, it's all about probability. And
yeah, but I think he could. I just have to assume.
But to say he could be wrong is tough, right? To say God could be wrong,
to say he could be surprised.
Crazy.
To say he could be surprised, though, I just couldn't imagine.
Can you really? Do you think you can surprise God? Do you think
I don't think you can really surprise him. But like, here's the thing: we have free will. He told us he gave us free will, right? So yeah. I just have to imagine that God gets some sort of just like enjoyment out of just seeing what we're gonna do. You know what I mean?
think so too.
Like, wouldn't that, like, if I have a sense of humor, and most intelligent people, I think, have a pretty good sense of humor, how does God not have a great sense of humor? So,
I agree.
Like, maybe sometimes, like, I don't think we really surprise him, but he just, like maybe he, like, if he wanted to just, like, focus in on us right now, right? And he just, like, it's like, so they could talk about this billion different types of things, or all of these stories could come up. I wonder what story is gonna actually come up. You know what I mean? So, like, that's what free will is, though. Like, does he know everything? Yes. I think that's omnipotence or omnipotent. One of the two. But, yeah, like, he knows all, but free will can just sometimes put a fork in the plan. Do you know what I mean? There's so many.
Yeah, I think you're right.
There's so many outlets to the road.
Because it's funny how in the Bible you can see how God gets angry, right? And gets
Right.
like vengeful almost. But it's like, why would he get angry if he knew exactly what was going to happen?
Right.
And it's like, but I do think,
Why would he ever put Adam and Eve in the garden?
yeah, exactly. If he knew exactly what was going to happen. What I think he did though. I think he knew that they were going to sin, but he had to see. I think he did know that they were going to sin, but I think he put them in that situation to see how we would be with free will, you know. And then he wiped out, right? Like with Noah, he wiped out everybody but Noah because Noah was righteous, right? But then after the flood, you see that Noah started losing it, you know, and all his family started losing it too, and they started becoming unrighteous, you know. And so he can see how like everybody is not. Like the whole plan was for him to show us that by giving us free will, we fail, you know? And I think he knew that all along, but we need to know it. We need to
Yeah.
know it. And
Like,
most
at the
of
end
us
of the day,
don't
would
know
you
it.
rather kick it with a bunch of robots or kick it with a bunch of people that got free will?
Yeah, exactly.
Or
you know?
like kick it with people that have no choice but to just like hang out with you, or kick
Yeah,
it with people that
exactly.
decide to hang out with you.
Yeah. And so it has to be a choice, man. And I think, and we see it too as a father too, right? Like we get to choose if we want to bring a son into like our world, right? But they don't get to choose their parents, right? But when they grow up, they get to choose if they want to love us or not, right?
Right.
If they want to be there for us because we were there for them or not, you know? And so, like, a lot of kids, they hate their parents because their parents weren't there for them. And I think a lot of times it's like that with God, you know? They hate them because they feel like God wasn't there for them. And that's what love is. Like, you give the gift of life, and I don't know. You see if you know, I don't know. Kind of ranting here, but yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's that. Use your free will for something good out there, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the day, sometimes you fuck around, sometimes you find out.
Good way to end it.
That's
All in all, that's it.
Peace.
That's it. Thanks for watching.